You've probably been told that if a woman isn't interested, you should just move on. Or try harder to prove yourself, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Women don't miss men because they need them. They miss men because those men know how to create a powerful emotional presence. Even in their absence, this isn't about cheesy tricks. This is about understanding female psychology on a deeper level, and how you can subtly position yourself so that even a woman who seemed indifferent finds herself thinking about you when you're not around. So let me ask you this, and be honest. Have you ever noticed that the harder you chased, the faster she seemed to run? The mistake most men make is thinking they need to be more available. The truth is, making a woman miss you is the exact opposite of what your instincts tell you to do. It's not about chasing, begging, or proving your worth. Those are the fastest ways to kill attraction. It's not about being available. It's about becoming unforgettable. So, in this video, we are going to break down the exact, step-by-step strategy to do just that. I will show you how to trigger curiosity, respect, and eventually desire, even from a woman who wasn't giving you the time of day. By the end, you'll realize that making her miss you isn't about luck. It's about understanding psychology and playing the game differently.
Principle number 1. Why chasing kills attraction.
Here is a fundamental truth most men refuse to accept. The harder you chase a woman, the faster she runs. Chasing feels intuitive. You see someone you desire, so your instinct is to pursue, to show effort, to try and convince her of your worth. But in the language of female psychology, this almost always backfires. Why? Because chasing instantly flips the balance of power. You become the pursuer, and she becomes the prize. You are the one seeking validation, placing her on a pedestal. And let's be honest, people don't miss what they already have an oversupply of. When you're constantly calling, texting, and trying to impress her, you're creating an emotional surplus. She doesn't have a single moment to wonder about you, because you're always there, reminding her of your presence. I want you to think about this honestly. Have you ever tried to logically convince a woman to feel attracted to you? Did it ever actually work? Chasing also communicates a darker, subconscious message: insecurity. It tells her that you don't believe you are valuable enough to stand still and let her come to you. You feel you must earn her attention through sheer force of effort. And nothing kills attraction faster than insecurity. The first rule to making a woman miss you, even one who seems uninterested, is to stop chasing immediately. Take a step back. That silence will speak far louder than 100 desperate text messages ever could.
Principle number 2. Silence speaks louder than text.
Most men operate under the false belief that constant communication builds connection. They text good morning, check in throughout the day, and send a good night message, thinking they are showing they care. On the surface, it seems like a noble effort. In reality, it is the fastest way to become predictable and boring. Here's why. When your words are always available, they lose their value. They become expected, routine. But silence has weight. It creates a vacuum, it creates tension, and it forces a woman's mind to start working. In the world of female psychology, curiosity is a far more powerful emotion than comfort. When you are silent, you give her the space to wonder. Why isn't he texting me? What is he doing? Who is he with? Those questions. That is the fertile ground where the seed of missing you begins to grow. Think about the last person you couldn't stop thinking about. Was it the one who gave you constant updates, or the one whose next move you were never quite sure about? This is not about playing childish games or ignoring her to be cruel. This is a strategic demonstration of self-respect. It shows that your world does not revolve around her messages. A man who doesn't feel the need to constantly check in projects confidence. He projects independence. He shows he has a life and a purpose outside of her validation. That is what makes her lean in. Sometimes the most powerful, most intriguing thing you can say to a woman is nothing at all. Principle number 3. Stop being too available. One of the biggest mistakes men make is believing that being available 24/7 is a sign of commitment. You cancel plans with friends in case she calls. You reply instantly to every text. You ensure she knows you are always there for her. On paper, this sounds like a great strategy. In reality, it makes you utterly forgettable. When you are always available, you remove all challenge, all tension, all excitement from the dynamic. She knows that no matter what, you'll say yes, you'll drop everything. And when something becomes too easy to obtain, human nature dictates that it loses its value. Independence is attractive. It shows you aren't desperate. It signals that you have value outside of her attention, that your time is a scarce and precious resource. I want you to look at your own schedule for this week. Is it built around your priorities and your mission, or is it a blank slate, waiting for her to fill it? Women are not drawn to men who orbit them like a moon. They are drawn to men who are the sun. Men with their own gravity, their own passions, and their own priorities. A man who can sometimes say, "I can't tonight, I'm busy," is infinitely more intriguing than the man who always says, "Anything for you." The more available you make yourself, the less she feels your absence. But when you create space, when you show that your world is full, and that she is a welcome addition, but not the center of it, that's when she starts to truly notice you're not there. And that is when the missing begins. Principle No. 4. Mystery beats honesty early on. We are taught that honesty is the best policy. And in a committed, long-term relationship, it is. But in the early stages of attraction, too much honesty, too soon, is a spark killer. Most men think that by laying all their cards on the table, sharing every thought, every past insecurity, every plan for the future, they are building a deep connection. In reality, they are methodically removing every ounce of mystery that keeps a woman intrigued. Attraction is not logical, it is emotional. And the most powerful emotion for building desire is curiosity. When a woman doesn't fully know what you're about, her mind will work to fill in the blanks. She will wonder about you. That wondering is a form of emotional investment. But when you over-explain everything, when you are an open book from day one, there is nothing left for her to discover. And if there is nothing to discover, there is no thrill, no suspense, and no reason for her to think about you when you're not around. Now, let me be clear, if these principles are resonating with you, and you're ready to stop playing the old, losing game, take a second to subscribe to the Stoic Manhood Guide. This is where the real lessons are taught. Let's continue. Mystery doesn't mean being deceptive. It means having layers. It means you don't hand her the entire puzzle all at once. You let her enjoy the process of putting it together, piece by piece. It's not about what you tell her that makes her miss you. It's about what you don't tell her that makes her mind work over time. Principle No. 5. Never compete for her attention. In the modern world, a woman has dozens, if not hundreds, of men trying to get her attention. The moment you decide to jump into that arena and compete, you have already lost. Competing is the ultimate signal of low value. It's you telling her, "I see all these other men, and I believe I need to outperform them to be worthy of you." You immediately place her on a pedestal and yourself in the crowd of supplicants below. And women can smell that weakness a mile away. A high-value man does not compete, he attracts. He operates from a frame where his time and attention are the prize. He isn't concerned with who else is texting her or who else is commenting on her photos. He is focused on his own mission. He understands that his value is self-evident. If she can see it, great. If she can't, it is her loss, not his.
Ask yourself this when you see another man getting her attention. What is your first, honest gut reaction? Is it to step up and compete, or to step back with indifference? This is a critical wake-up call. Stop acting like her attention is a trophy you have to fight for. That desperate mindset is exactly what repels her. The more you chase and compete, the more she will pull back and give her attention to the man who doesn't seem to be trying at all. Why? Because that man's indifference signals he has other options. He has a life. He is the prize. Flip the script. You are the standard. You are the one she should be competing for.
Principle number 6. Confidence is more addictive than love. Here is a hard truth. Women are not drawn to love first. They are drawn to confidence. You can shower a woman with affection and compliments, but if you deliver them from a place of weakness and insecurity, they will have zero impact. Love without confidence feels like dependency. And dependency is not attractive, it is a burden. Confidence, on the other hand, is magnetic. It's the unspoken quality that signals strength, stability, and leadership. True confidence is quiet. It is the way you carry yourself, the way you make decisions without hesitation, the way you hold your ground in a disagreement. It is the deep, internal belief that you will be okay, with or without her approval. What is one decision you've been hesitating on, in dating or in your life, because you were afraid of someone else's reaction? That hesitation is a leak in your confidence. Most men confuse confidence with words, when in reality, it is proven through action. It's being comfortable walking away if you are not respected. It's leading the interaction instead of passively waiting for her to. This kind of uncheckable self-belief doesn't just make a woman like you, it makes you unforgettable. It is the quality that will linger in her mind long after you've left the room. Love might make her feel comfortable, but confidence is what will make her feel addictive. Obsessive craving to be in your presence. Stop trying to prove your love. Start demonstrating your confidence. Principle number 7. Make her think she's losing you. Nothing makes a person value something more than the fear of losing it. This is a fundamental law of human psychology. And too many men violate this law by making themselves a permanent, guaranteed fixture in a woman's life before she has earned that position. If she knows you will always be there, no matter what, she has no reason to appreciate you, no reason to invest in you, and absolutely no reason to miss you when you're gone. But the moment she senses that your attention is slipping away, that your energy is being directed elsewhere, a psychological switch is flipped, the fear of loss kicks in. Suddenly, she starts questioning herself. What if he's moving on? What if I overplayed my hand? That fear is the catalyst for desire. Let's be clear, this is not about manipulation. This is about self-respect. You are not pretending to pull away. You are genuinely demonstrating that your life, your mission, and your principles are your priority. You are showing that if she does not value your presence, you will remove it and invest it where it is valued. So, the final question is the most important. Are you acting like a man she is lucky to have, or a man who is lucky to have her? Your answer determines everything. Stop making yourself a guarantee. Be willing to let her feel your silence. Be willing to let her imagine a life without you. That is when she will start working to keep you in it, because deep down, nothing stings more than realizing you had a high-value man you can no longer get back. So, the bottom line is this, and it might sting a little. Women don't actually miss the nice guy who is always present. They miss the man who has the strength to create space, the man who respects himself enough not to beg, and the man who lets her truly feel his absence. That is the harsh, uncomfortable truth that most men don't want to hear. You can be the kindest, most loving guy in the world, but if you don't understand the power of your own absence, she won't value your presence, she will forget you.
The man who isn't afraid of silence. That's the man she ends up chasing. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where you chased too hard and it backfired? Or maybe a time when pulling back and using silence actually worked? Drop your story in the comments. This channel isn't just me talking, it's about building a community of men who understand this deeper level of psychology. If this guide gave you a new perspective, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And finally, if you are ready to stop playing by the old rules, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in the next video, we will discuss why giving a woman your full loyalty too soon is the very reason she pulls away. You don't want to miss it. This has been the Stoic Manhood Guide. Remember, don't try to make her miss you.
Become the man she can't afford to lose.